Next, it is the Extra Marts Convenience Store sponsored machine for Weathersfield, Jim Mavlajanis.
And then from Feeding Hills, Mass, Tom Fern in car 92.
Bill Lawrence and Marty Membrino, Mike Christopher, and Tom Rosati. Here we go. Green flags are flying, and the field heads for turn number 1, with Anderson setting the pace in the 11. But that will be short-lived as we head back down the long back straightaway. It is Todd Anderson who moves out in front with car number 14.
They start to shuffle just a little bit now as they start to separate. Kenny Anderson drops the ball on the inside, and that enables Manafort to take over the number 2 spot. And he is followed by Art Caruso in the 12, Tony Sylvester, also moving up in car 39.
Also on a move is the 1 of Ladyga in the 31 of Doyle. Kovacs also doing very well with car number 30 in the early goings. Bill Davis, that brand new number 13, also looks to be very, very hot here tonight.
Kenny Anderson out of the competition in car 11 as he pulls to the infield.
So our pole sitter does not last long, 2 laps in fact, and that is about it for Kenny. That's a tough break. But the man who sat outside pole, Todd Anderson, drives the 14. He is out front with that automobile.
As you will recall, he won his qualifying heat earlier tonight, so perhaps this could be Anderson's night. We shall see.
Jason Manafort doing very well with car 76. Here comes Art Caruso, the blue number 12 into challenge. Took a peek to the inside of Manafort, couldn't make the move. We've got a problem up at turn number 3.
It appears to be Mike Christopher in car 75 who has gone up against the barrier. He is stopped up there. It appears to be the 75. We'll check that out. Yes, it is.
Manafort is right there with a 76. We'll see what happens. The exit turn 2. Manafort off the pace just a tiny bit. That gives Caruso the opportunity to slide in. He claims the 2nd spot. Kim Ladyga with car number 1 looks to the outside of Manafort as Sylvester sits tight with car number 39. He and Ladyga come together. Sylvester does a nice job of holding on to that race car, but he has a right front tire go down, and everybody is able to make it by. But a tough, tough break for Tony Sylvester in car number 39.
He'll bring it down into the infield out of harm's way. So we stay on the green, apparently.
And it has not been a good year for Tony Sylvester. A challenge and now a change in the lead. It is car 12, Art Caruso, out in front with car number 12. Anderson now runs in the 2nd spot with a 14. Manafort maintains his position. Number 3. And Ladyga is in the 4th spot with car number 1. Lou Pryor with a great run tonight in car 74. Here comes Dennis Doyle, that red and white number 31. They continue to work their way around the half mile. Ladyga, who was the driver that made contact with the 39 of Sylvester, appears to be undaunted by that contact completely. Moves up to the outside of Jason Manafort and now puts the 1 car solidly into the 3rd position.
An excellent run for Ladyga, looking his best tonight. Now he goes to the inside and under Anderson. And Ladyga has the number 2 spot.
And encounter with Sylvester may, in fact, have done something to make that car handle just a little bit better. That usually doesn't happen, but it's very possible that it could have tonight.
Well, our field really starting to string out now as we complete lap number 9.
Manafort on the inside. Anderson up on the high side. Here comes Lou Pryor to challenge Todd Anderson in car number 14. Pryor puts the 74 down to the bottom of the racetrack. Takes it deep into turn 1, and now Lou Pryor moves in for position 4. Doyle follows suit, and Brad Boisenoff, car number 36, suddenly finds himself right smack dab in the middle of things, along with the 07 of Tom Rosati, as both of those cars begin to move forward as well. Boisenoff gets way out of shape off of turn 4. Cost him a couple of spots, but all in all, everything seems to be under control at this stage of the race.
Now a challenge for the lead. Here comes Ladyga trying to work his way under Art Caruso. They touch. Ladyga gets a little sideways. And it's still Caruso.
Down the backstretch they go, headed for the start-finish line where they'll pick up the halfway signal from Chris Hopkins. 13 down, 12 to go, this 25-lap feature event.
Now starting to peck his way through the field. He now moves up behind Boissonneau. And our co-point leader is now running in 8th place.
Meyer got a little bit out of shape over in turn 2 the last time by. And that cost him the spot as Dennis Doyle was able to pull right up alongside and managed to put him away. All right, here comes Fern now. Tom Fern in car number 92. Takes a look to the inside of Brad Boissonneau. Finds that lane closed very, very quickly. Marty Membrino also there with car 0. Bill Lauritsen, Mark Perino, Willie Hardy, Jim Mavlajanis, and Dave Etheridge. Tom Rosati, somewhat off of his normal pace tonight, continues to run deep in the pack with car number 07.
Our co-point leader, 3 positions ahead of the gentleman who's with him. Here he comes, Ladyga, bidding for the lead, and at the line, it's Ladyga taking over for Caruso. A fine effort out of turn 4 for Ladyga, seeking his first win ever. Can he do it tonight?
Caruso tries to come back on the inside. Into turn 3 they go. They've been swapping paint all evening. Let's see if that continues, and it does not, as Caruso is not able to really get the nose down in the air and to maintain it. Timmy Ladyga out of turn number 2, down the backstretch. One more time around.
And around goes Manafort. Trying to salvage it in the infield, now brings it to a halt. The 76 of Manafort stalls. Let's see if he can refire before their leaders work their way back around. Caution flag is flying, and now Manafort pulls away. Just a little too late to wind them up. And we're back underway. Ladyga gets the jump on Caruso, a big jump. And Dennis Doyle moves up quickly on the inside, sitting for 2nd place.
Doyle tried to make that move, but the yellow flag suddenly comes right back out.
Caution comes out again. That's behind him. They are your co-point leaders. Here we go now. Let's keep an eye on the field as we look for a solid restart this time. And we've got it. An excellent start.
No two ways about that. Caruso tucks right into the rear bumper of Ladyga now. Takes a look to the inside. Caruso tries to find running room down low. Timmy gives him the room, but Tim continues the advantage. What will happen in turn 3? Caruso and Ladyga side by side. Off of turn 4. Ladyga has the spot. And once again, resumes in the lead. Down the backstretch they go. Caruso now pulls to the inside. Who will it be as they exit turn 4? Art Caruso, Tim Ladyga side by side. Caruso gets around sideways. Loops the race car. Kovacs goes. Etheridge also is involved. A couple other cars that we really can't make out right now which ones they were. The 75 of Mike Christopher.
All right, everybody's on the hats. It'll be all-out time. Get ready. Here they go. Everybody tucked in very nicely. And let's hope we get a good clean start between Ladyga and Doyle.
Nice and easy. Tim just suddenly jumps on the throttle. Green flag flies. Ladyga will lead them down across the stripe. Doyle is second. Tim Pryor is in the third spot. Perino takes a look to the high side, gets a little bit loose. It costs him as Fern puts the 92 car into position number 4. Perino tries to battle back on the outside. Off of turn 4, back down across the stripe. Laps now dwindling down to a precious few as 22 are up on the scoreboard. 22 of 25. Challenge now down the back straightaway. Perino pulls up on the outside of Fern, and now he moves in to lay claim to position number 4. And a spin as Mamlajanis takes the 0-1 around in turn 4. And we'll see if he can refire that one.
Contact.
And trouble over at turn 2.
Lou Pryor is one of the cars involved in that one, and it appeared to be the 0 of Marty Membrino. Lou Pryor somehow got sideways, came down the track, no room for Membrino, and the two made contact, heavy damage. In the nick of time, here we go. Can Ladyga do it again? Yes, he does. Gets a good jump one more time on Denny Doyle.
They run back down across the stripe. Few laps remain to be run in this one, and Ladyga looks to be in very good shape as he exits turn number 2, running higher on the racetrack than is Doyle. But he has done that consistently all evening long with that car, so apparently it is handling much, much better off the second turn in that second or third lane up. Tim Ladyga back down the long back straightaway here.
And he will be a very happy man. His first win ever. Tim Ladyga heads for the start-finish line. He's got the win over Denny Doyle by a car length. How about that? Tim Ladyga with his first ever victory. Well done indeed. Russ Dowd will head down to Victory Lane to chat with our winner, and I bet you won't find a happier man in the state of Connecticut than this young man. He1 is your point leader. Larry Vassar second, Bim Adams third, Chuck Zentarski fourth, and Scott Foster fifth. Very tightly bunched. Right now, happy time in Victory Lane. As first we have our photo time. Then all his many supporters, friends, and track crew will have a chance to congratulate this fine young driver. Coming up with an excellent performance tonight. Russ?
Probably there is no question but what we have one very happy driver here behind the wheel of car number 1. He's out of the race car, Tim Ladyga. You are one happy driver.
Oh, yeah.
Tim, I think this is one of the first times I've seen a car get into trouble like you did with Tony Sylvester. You did a little bit of damage to the fiberglass, and yet it almost seemed like the car got hooked up even better after that.
Well, my crew keeps telling me it'll work on the outside, and sure enough it does.
That was pretty obvious. You were running especially high coming off the second turn, and the car was just hooked up all night long up there.
Well, a lot of guys working on the car. They help out a lot. We ain't got no sponsors. We try to do the best we can. Got a McCallum chassis. He helps me out a lot. What else can I say? TA engine.
They've all managed to put it together for you, and you probably could use a little help. So if anybody up there would like to offer some sponsorship help, Timmy certainly could use it. Tim, congratulations. We wish you continued success here at Stafford. Tim Ladyga, ladies and gentlemen.